Hello everyone. Quick question. Are you on flight mode? Are you on fight mode? Or are you on freeze mode? Let me explain. Parenting has its challenges. We don't have the time, like right now, kuzichambua, encyclopedia. We need to compile it. Flight mode is whereby you decide, can't do this anymore, sanitize myself and my loins, and you disappear. Yani unaruka your story. You disappear from the page. So you are either an absent parent, and I've talked about how to explain absent parenting in my previous videos. I'll link it up. So there's flight mode where you disappear. Then there's freeze mode. Freeze mode is whereby an issue comes before you. It's what your child does or says. It could be something to do with reproductive health. It could be something to do with drug and substance abuse. It could be anything, bullying. What usually we think of our child, we hope that our children don't get bullied. But what happens when your child is the bully? So there are some situations that make us freeze. We go on freeze mode. And we wish that we sweep it under the carpet and hope that, let's take time. It's a phase. He's just being a boy. He's just being a girl. You know, these things happen. And then you just freeze. Like nothing happens. You just keep it on the low. Freeze it. Barafu. Which is not always a good thing. Because things that happen in the dark come to light. But in this case, freezing, the ice at one point, because even in North Pole, it's melting. The ice will melt and you'll have to face whatever you'll be running away from. So are you on flight mode or are you on freeze mode? The other mode that we are on, especially on our preteens and our teens. Oh, and 3-year-old, teenagers, is we are on fight mode. Fight. That's the only boxing. I was told you tuck in your thumbs and your knuckles. We are on fight mode. Cold war in the house. It's not just you and your spouse who are on cold war. Ni wewe na watoto. Once you enter that house, it is war from the door. Everything is a war. Hizo vyombo, hizo nguo, hizo vitabu, everything is a war. Even the way the hair, those coffee bushes. Kwa nini? And yet it is a genetic thing. But everything is a fight. So my dear parent, today I'm just asking a question. Which mode are you on? Umebonyeza, which button have you pressed? Are you on flight mode? Running away from responsibilities? Are you on freeze mode? It will pass. Or are you on fight mode? Niandikia hapo chini. Because each of them have their pros and cons. But you need to know, what do you always pick as your response when it comes to the different issues that your children are bringing forth. Quick question. What is the worst thing that could happen if you sleep in a house that the sink is full of dirty dishes, lakini mumecheza game, mumeongea? Where is the fight? Where should the emphasis be on? There are some things that you need to do an inventory. This video is me requesting you, take time and do a personal inventory. Don't even ask your child, because the previous video was, am I a good parent? Yes, cheer yourself up. But there are certain areas. If at work, there are certain goals and objectives and the rest, and we call family or marriage or parenting, let me put it that way, an institution. There are some rules. Do your children know the values? Or by you screaming them out, you expect them to know? Children respond to relationships before they respond to rules. So do you have a relationship with your child before you ensure that the rules are being followed? Because yes, I will follow the rules. But when it comes to other things, I will disappear to somebody else or something else. This is where the internet comes in and the peers come in place. So which mode are you pressing? And is it time for you to reflect and realize that, by the way, your child is not your enemy. Your child doesn't hate you. It's just that 3-year-old who says, screams, I hate you, or whatever it is that is making you go on flight, freeze, or fight mode, is a child who may not have the vocabulary to express themselves. So remember when I mentioned in the previous video, and even now that I'm mentioning it, consider yourself as an app. You need to